Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time you may be watching this. Here we go again. We're back in our book of the Bible. We're still on Jeremiah, chapter 34 today. And in chapter 34, we have a total of 22 verses. I don't like to say 22 verses today. We're starting with warning of the coming captivity. Warning of the coming captivity. And it read as follows. The word which came unto Jeremiah from the Lord, when Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army, and all the kingdoms of the earth, of his dominion, and all the people fought against Jerusalem, and against all the cities thereof, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, go and speak to Zedekiah, king of Judah, and tell him, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire. And thou shalt not escape out of his hand, but shall surely be taken and delivered into his hand. And thine eyes shall behold the eyes of the king of Babylon, and he shall with thee, speak with thee mouth to mouth, and thou shalt go to Babylon. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O Zedekiah, king of Judah. Thus saith the Lord of thee, thou shalt not die by the sword. Y'all know the sword, pestilence, and famine, and whew. But thou shalt die in peace, and with the burning of thy fathers, the former kings which were before thee, so shall they burn odors for thee, and they will lament thee, saying, O Lord, for I have pronounced the word, saith the Lord. Then Jeremiah the prophet spake all these words unto Zedekiah the king of Judah in Jerusalem, when the king of Babylon's army fought against Jerusalem and against all the cities of Judah that were left, against Lachish, Lashes. I've heard that name before. Against Lashes and against Azekah. For these defense cities remained of the cities of Judah. Azekah. That would be a pretty name. We're going to freedom order for the slaves, for the Hebrew slaves. The Hebrew slaves. Now, y'all, these are the people that came out of Egypt in 40 days, 40 years and all that good stuff, and forgot who they were. This is the word that came unto Jeremiah from the Lord. After that, the king of Zedekiah had made a covenant with all the people which were at Jerusalem to proclaim liberty unto them, that every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being a Hebrew or a Hebrewess, okay, go free, that none shall serve himself of them, to wit, of a Jew his brother. Now, when all the princes and all the people which had entered into the covenant heard that everyone should let his manservant and every one of his maidservant go free, that none should serve themselves of them any more, then they obeyed and let them go. Let my people go. But afterwards they turned and caused the servants and the handmaids whom they had let go free to return, and brought them into subjection for servants and for handmaids. Listen not. That's what they did. Listen not. God reminds Israel of its covenant. That's where we're going next. The covenant. Let me remind you of what this is what we're supposed to do. This is what I said, and this is not what y'all doing. So let me remind you. Therefore, the word of the Lord came to Jerusalem. Therefore, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, I made a covenant with your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of Bodman, saying, at the end of 7 years, see, there go God in his sevens, let you go, every man in his brothers in Hebrew, which hath been sold unto thee. And when he hath served these 6 years, thou shalt let him go free from thee. But your fathers hearkened not unto me, neither incline thine ear, and ye were now turned, and had done right in my sight, in proclaiming liberty every man in his neighbor, every man to his neighbor. And ye had made a covenant before me in the house which is called by my name. But ye turned and polluted my name. You polluted my name. You made my name nasty. Stank. And because every man his servant and every man his handmaid, whom he had set at liberty at their pleasure, to return, and brought them into subjection to be unto you for servants and for handmaids. I'm going to reread that, y'all, because I don't think I sounded right. So let me reread that. But ye turned and polluted my name, and caused every man his servant, and every man his handmaid, whom he had set at liberty at their pleasure, to return, and brought them into subjection to be unto you for servants and for handmaids. That sounds better. Wait a minute. The covenant breaker's fate. Nose itching. Therefore, thus said the Lord, ye have not hearkened unto me in proclaiming liberty, every one to his everyone to his brothers, and every man to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you, thus said the Lord, to the sword, to the pestilence and to the famine. We know about those, right? And I will make you to be removed into all the kingdom of the earth. And I will give the men that have transgressed my covenant, which I have not performed, the words of the covenant which they have made before me, when they cut the calf in twine and passed between the parts thereof. The prince of Judah, the princes of Jerusalem, the eunuchs, and the priests, all the people of the land which pass between the parts of the calf. I will even give them the hand of the enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life, and their dead bodies shall be for meat unto the fowls of the heavens, and to the beasts of the earth. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, and his princes will I give into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand, and to hand them, wait a minute. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, and his princes will I give into the hand of their enemies. He just gonna give y'all to y'all enemies. He ain't gonna make y'all, he just gonna lead y'all right into the enemies, lead you into death. That's what it sounds like to me. And into the hands of them that seek their life, and into the hands of the king of Babylon. Now, I've realized that when he send you to the king of Babylon, they pull out the sword. And 9 times out of 10, when the sword just came out, somebody getting their head cut off. I believe somebody getting their head cut off by the neck. And again, like I told you, like I said before, in one of my other videos, I think the king of Babylon enjoys doing that. So, which are gone up from you. Okay, this is the last one. Behold, I will command, saith the Lord, and cause them to return to this city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire. And I will make the cities of Judah desolation, without inhabitant. Without an inhabitant. So you're going to go ahead and destroy it. You're going to destroy it with fire. Sound like Sodom and Gomorrah going on here. That sound like. That's what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. He burnt it to the ground. Where the people were, there was no inhabitants. Just don't be like Lot's wife. But in the words of my pastor and my bishop, we go through this every day. Whatever you do, stay with God. It's been real.